What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash of Style. Welcome back to another MLCW war, and this is round 2 basically of the quarterfinals. We have Die Crew against HighlyActive2.0. The first war that they had was a 60 star to 60 star war. It was a draw, so they came in with another war and Die Crew just managed to pick up the victory, 29 stars to 28. So without further ado, let's roll this intro and check out some of these attacks. So we are going to be kicking this off here with a Queen Charge Miner attack, and Apakaw, yeah, probably butchering that name, is going to be kicking us off here. We've got the King up on the top of this base. We've got the Queen also on the top right hand section of the base. We have a baby dragon clearing out some of these outer buildings just to start that funnel to make sure our Queen goes the way we want her to. Town Hall goes down to pick up that first star, and we are now looking to get that Queen right into the base. We have a Coco Loon coming in, actually helps take out that Archer Tower there, and the Queen is going to go into this base. When I first watched, I was a little worried this Queen may go onto this Elixir Collector on the right hand side, but luckily she does go into the base, and we are able to grab both of those multi-target Infernos very early on, which is perfect for us, and it means that these miners are going to be pretty strong going through this base. They're going to be able to do a very good job cleaning right the way through this base. We now have that wonderful new siege barracks coming in from this left hand side to start off this funnel, because as everyone knows, funneling is very, very important for miners. We are getting this funnel going on the left hand side. Queen has cleared all of this right hand side pretty much for us, and we've got the miners coming straight on through this base. We don't have to worry too much about the Queen like we would if these were hog raiders, as the miners of course can go in and take care of them no problem. We're going to be raging up through there. Queen is going to hit a double giant bomb, but that is not going to be an issue at all for us. We heal right in the center of the base here, and we have those max hog raiders coming out of that siege barracks that was in on that left hand side, and they are going to do some serious work for us. The Queen, the OP machine she is going to shoot on a wall, you know, as she likes to do. Overpowered wall breaker, as I always say. We've got a couple of cleanup troops already coming in. A few loons going to be sweeping in from this right hand side to try and get in and do a little bit of work onto that Archer Tower. But it does look like these hog raiders from that clan castle are going to be the MVPs of this one, clearing out the majority of the defenses from this left hand side through to the right hand side. Queen, what's she doing? She's shooting on another wall. We finish off here pretty much swagging that poison spell. Gonna pick up these last few buildings for the 3-star there to start off this video. Very impressive stuff indeed. Let's go and take a look now at another Town Hall 10 3-star attack. So the next one we have comes in from Beat from Die Crew as always. Big shout out to the guy that told me it was Die Crew, not Die Crew. I don't even know how long I've been pronouncing that wrong. I've tried to get it right a few times, but I believe it's Die Crew, so let's hope that I'm now pronouncing it right. But you can see we are going to be going in here with a bit of a kill squad hog rider attack. So we've got quite a few Pegas coming in here, along with a wall wrecker, the King and the Queen. We've got a nice early poison spell down on these clan castle troops as well as on that enemy Queen. She is going to go down to our King and a P.E.K.K.A there, which is perfect just to get that out the way nice and quickly. Wall wrecker is going to continue its path on through this base, actually going to pop right there, and out comes those bowlers from that clan castle. We are going to be using another poison spell there onto these lava pups because we want to try and keep our bowlers up for as long as possible. We now have our hog raiders coming in from the top section of this base, so keep an eye on them. Looks like the Queen has stepped out of the way of any defenses, so she is going to be clinging on to dear life for as long as she can. And the King and the P.E.K.K.A are now working their way out of the base, and they're going to clear alongside this bottom section of the base. We have one heal spell left, which is going to be used right there onto that wizard tower, as well as a couple of these other defenses. We've got a few Teslas down at this bottom section. One of them does pull those hog riders over into a giant bomb, so not what we needed, but luckily a few of them do step back into that heal spell that was still active, and easy. Very, very easy here for Beat, completely tearing this base apart, showing everyone how it's done at Town Hall 10. So let's speed up here just to finish off another 3-star for Die Crew. So time to go and take a look now at some Town Hall 11 action from this MLCW quarterfinal war. The next one we have is of course a Town Hall 11, like I said, and we have a lovely hybrid attack. So for me, this attack from pretty much Town Hall 10, 11, 12 and 13 is one of the best attack strategies in the meta right now. So if you guys haven't tried this strategy already, I would highly recommend it. I do have a video out for Town Hall 13s, but that can be used for pretty much any Town Hall. You can see Mark is actually going to be using an E-drag here to start off this funnel, which is interesting. Usually you would see a queen charge and then a siege barracks on the other side, but I suppose it really depends on this base. We need to make sure the queen goes the way we want her to, and that is in towards this multi-target inferno, and she is going to do exactly that, which is perfect. The king has cleared all the way along this top left hand side of the base for us, which means that the queen has a reasonably easy job going to continue her path on through. Unfortunately, that eagle does get activated there, which I'm guessing Mark probably didn't want, but we do have a jump spell up on this right hand side, and unfortunately it looks like that eagle is going to target those healers, which is the last thing we need. They're going to get smacked by 3 shots, so we cannot afford for any more shots down onto our healers. Let's hope that this eagle shot rains down on the queen or on the siege barrack troops on this left hand side. Yes, luckily it does go down on our queen. Golem going to be coming out from the enemy clan castle there, so it's going to be holding up our queen for quite a bit. She is stalled in that compartment for forever and ever. We need to take down that enemy queen. She's going to go down right there, which is perfect. We unfortunately are not able to get that eagle artillery, as the queen is going to continue pathing along this right hand side, but the funnel has been created enough to make sure these miners and these hog riders stay in the base, and we now have these max level hog riders with those electric blue hammers swinging in from this left hand side to try and help clean up the rest of this base. Mark has a cheeky wizard and an archer over on this town hall on the right hand side, so the 2-star is definitely in the bag. We have used our last heal spell there. Looks like the queen is about to go down on the top section of this base. Looks like that mortar probably will finish her off. Yep, all of those go down, but the good thing, like I always say about these hybrid attacks, is these healers can come over. Unfortunately, they were on very low health after all of those eagle shots right at the start, but if they were on higher health, they probably could have came over and helped us clean this one up. And it does look like it's going to be up to these wizards from the siege barracks, actually, that were out there at the start, the few miners that are left, as well as this Grand Warden to finish off this base. Very, very strong strategy indeed is the hybrid. So like I said, if you guys haven't tried it already, I would highly recommend you go and do so. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at another Town Hall 11 3-star. This time we're going back to the old-fashioned drag bat. No mechanics is going to be coming in here with, like I said, a drag bat attack, and I've not seen one of these used in quite a while, so it's going to be interesting to see how no mechanics goes about it. So we're actually going to be starting off with a bit of Sui heroes. We throw down an ice golem in this little gap that was in this right hand side of the base, and we were able to get the queen in there to really do some decent work for us. Unfortunately, a giant bomb is going to catch her there and do a little bit of work, but the king's going to clear all of this bottom section, and it means that the dragons only really have one way to go, and that's straight into the base. We're going to be bringing a Stone Slammer in from this left hand side to try and do a little bit of work for us to clear out some of these structures. Warden's ability is pretty early, maybe early, a little bit too early, because it means that these eagle shots are going to be able to get down onto our dragons, and we actually lose the majority of our loons. But we do have the bats coming in from this right hand side, nothing too much that can actually hit them, so they will have pretty clear pathing through this base. We actually wasted that free spell there a little bit at the top. It should have been saved for that multi-target inferno, but the haste spell is going to allow our balloons from our Stone Slammer in through this base right onto that multi-target inferno, and it means that this one is pretty much in the bag. We've got a couple of bats left up that are going to help us with that air defense on the back end. Plenty of dragons. The funnel actually wasn't as set as I thought, so we actually lost a lot of dragons to this outside of the base. You can see 3 or 4 dragons actually on the left hand side, only 2 still in the base. But no mechanics was still able to get the job done, showing that the drag bat attack strategy is not dead. It's still viable if you can find the right base. But these ground-based attack strategies, the miners and the hogs, they're taking over all of the meta, and obviously the higher ones, we've got the Yetis coming on through. So it's good to see these these air-based attacks making a little bit of a comeback. So well done on that 3-star attack. Let's go and take a look now at the last 3-star of this video, which comes in at Town Hall 12, I believe. Yep, and we have BB coming in here against their #1 base, coming in with a good old-fashioned Queen Charge Lalo attack. So you love to see it. This has to be the most strategic strategy in the game. I absolutely love it if it can be pulled off correctly. So BB is going to be starting off here with the King pushing up to the top section of the base, and the Queen going to be doing some work on this right hand side. We do have a bit of a Queen Charge coming in here, or it may be a Queen Walk, yet to see. We do have a jump spell, so I'm guessing BB is going to be pushing that Queen into the base to try and grab the Town Hall and possibly even that multi-target Inferno. We are able to pull out that baby dragon first from the clan castle, which is actually very, very helpful. We can get rid of that and then focus in on the lava hound. King's done a decent job creating this funnel up the top section of the base, and to be honest, that's really all the King is ever used for anymore. He's just a funnel machine. You chuck him in, he creates the funnel, and you can move on with your attack. But you can see BB getting that poison spell down for those lava pups, which is perfect. I was assuming they were going to use a jump spell there, but the Queen's actually onto the Town Hall, which is perfect. Going to get held up on a few skeletons there for a little bit. We're also going to be raging a balloon in through there just to check for any seeking air mines. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we do actually pick one up, but just as the balloon goes down, so they actually are able to catch our healer there, which is a little bit unfortunate. Our Stone Slammer has come in from this right hand side and dealt with that multi-target Inferno, which is perfect for us. The jump spell does give our Queen access. What is the Queen doing there? She's just going to shoot on the wall a little bit before deciding, hang on a minute, there's a jump spell over there, I'm going to actually go and take this eagle out, which is exactly what we needed her to do. So thank goodness she went and did that. Looks like our Warden's ability is going to go off right as this tornado trap catches our balloons. This air sweeper is causing us a few issues, but luckily we are able to get that down nice and quickly. We are fresh out of spells here, and the Queen's ability has now been used, so we do not have that left up. But look at the amount of balloons coming over. Like in that video in the olden days, it's a balloon parade coming on through. Yeah, I'm not going to do the accent, so don't expect me to. But balloons coming from the sky, and they are going to rain down fire on the remaining defenses that are here. Queen actually going to help out a lot as well. We have a dragon, the Warden, still on full health, plenty of lava pups, plenty of minions, an absolute overkill here to finish off this video. Very, very impressive stuff indeed. Has to be my favorite attack from this video. Let me know in the comments which one of these 5 attacks I showed in today's video was your favorite from Die Crew against HighlyActive2.0. So that does bring us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I do have the semi-finals of the MLCW also coming out very, very soon, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel for that. Subscribe if you haven't already, like the video too, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that might be. Peace.